we're so glad that
Yeah.
you guys have agreed to this, as we said. And one of the things we always sort of start with is for you to tell us a little bit about your time and how you came to First Church in the first place. And you know, I know it's a couple of years ago, so you know, and your memories of that time and other people. I know that the Edmonds were involved in your all getting together. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that would be a nice story too.
Well,
That was my third blind date.
Your third blind date.
Oh.
Wow. Not with Shelley.
Fatal.
Fatal. Yeah. And did Richard fix you up because he knew both of you?
well,
Richard Marguerite.
Marjorie had more to do with it, and I'm sure Richard did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably right.
yeah. She called me up one day, wanted to know if I'd like to go on an outing for a day. So that's what we did. We got all day up to Concord,
Really?
up to the beach, and then we had lunch, and then we had,
That's when Richard had his convertibles.
oh yes.
Wow.
Yeah, there were 6 of us riding in a
So
convertible.
Harry and Bobby,
Wow.
Frost, and Shelley and I, and Richard Marguerite.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Wow.
we went up, spent all day on the beach. Then we went out to dinner, and then we went to a play.
Wow.
Concord
Your Concord Playhouse.
The Playhouse, yes.
Wow. Yeah, that's a wonderful place. Have you been there?
I have not.
Oh, it's so great. It's
Nice.
wonderful. Wow. Did he have the top down?
Oh yeah.
That's great. Oh, and what year was that? You remember?
Must have been 1959.
Probably.
Yeah.
59.
Wow.
That's somewhere, yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Nice.
Now, were you in the church yet at that point? In
I
59?
was.
You were.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
my folks had been where they are,
Okay.
so I was there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as we know, so I guess he used to sneak in the front door and sit in the back rows, and I didn't know that until I heard about it. But that was before I even knew him, so
Wow.
I
Wow.
really know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you and Richard work together?
Oh yeah.
Yes. At that point?
And
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah. And Harry?
We were all,
It was Harry
we were all
Frost.
in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
That's something.
Yeah.
So that meant you were there in the 60s
Right.
with the ministers who were there then.
Richard Meyer was there when I was there,
Uh-huh.
and then Bert Erickson.
Erickson, yeah.
He's the one that married us.
Okay.
When I wanted to join the youth group, Ned Burr McKinney
Yes.
said no.
Really?
Yep.
Why? Wow.
I don't know.
Huh.
He said, I didn't know
So I
him.
might have been in the church a couple of years earlier than I was.
Wow. Interesting.
Were you seen as a rebel? Do you know?
Probably.
A side of
Wow.
Rodney that we didn't.
That I didn't know about, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. And then,
We're the only couple left.
Out of the 6 of us.
yeah, yes,
Wow.
yes.
And we were the only couple that had children.
Huh. Yeah.
Wow.
And I knew that, obviously that Richard and Marguerite didn't, but yeah, yeah,
So he had several nieces and nephews.
yeah. Well, did the 3 couples sort of continue to be friends through the years in church?
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
every year
And
Around-
we usually went out for dinner
on
somewhere between June and August.
August was their anniversary, Richard and Marguerite's anniversary.
Oh, okay.
So we usually went out to dinner somewhere, once a year until,
And of course, Richard was soloist at our wedding.
Oh, wow. Wow, how beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was before they got him toned down.
He was really building it out then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
My father had taped this, so we have a tape of the wedding itself.
Really, on
We have
audio
a
tape.
A cassette
The
tape.
cassette tape.
Wow.
How wonderful.
Somewhere, I don't know where it is right now.
Wow. That's great.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that was the year, there wasn't as much recording going on then
Right.
of things as happened sooner after that. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Well, you all have been there both in the busy times of the church, and when there were a lot of people. Were there 2 services back then?
At one time, yes.
Yeah,
there
I
was.
know there was. Eventually under Don we had for a little while, but back I think it
Yeah.
was.
and then
Things have changed.
During
Yeah.
the summertime, they might have had a chapel service,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw there's as you go into the choir loft on the south side of the church, there's an old poster from sometime probably in the early 20th or maybe late 19th century, and it lists the hours of the church, and when there's a worship service at 10:30 on Sunday, and there's a prayer service at like 6 p.m. on Sunday, and there's a prayer service at 7:30 p.m. on Friday night. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
those were the days.
Yeah, that's right. The days that we had kids in Sunday school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that. I was working with a Sunday school then, and I was treasurer of the Sunday school one time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think I handed it over to Louise Prentel.
Ah,
Hmm.
And I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's something.
And of course, when
Mm.
What was I going to say?
I do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I know you raised your kids there, and then you continue to be really active through all these years, both of you.
Because our 3 kids were christened there, and
Mm.
one of them was married, 2 of them were married there.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Were you baptized at First Church, Shelley?
No, I was baptized in
no, I was.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you were?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was, because he'd never been baptized when he went to join the church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was baptized in Newton
Newton.
Church.
See,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was
Oh.
my student church.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cool.
where we went down there, Elliott Church.
Okay.
Yeah, went through,
Huh.
up through
See,
the
my
8th grade, I
father
think.
was a strict Baptist,
Oh.
and all his family.
Ah.
My mother was Congregational.
Huh. Huh.
And when my kid was small, my mother says, I'm not going to force them in either one. They can make up their own mind where they want to go when they get
Mm.
older.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the Baptists don't baptize until you're of the age to
Right.
decide and be immersed and
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Then they used to take us over to the school pond and dunk them in
Okay,
there.
that's what they did. Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Huh.
I grew up in a town where the local Baptist church had a font in the,
Oh, big
there was a
one.
curtain in front of it, and then they put back the curtain, and there would be this little mini swimming pool there that people got dunked in, and then they
Yeah.
would kind of put the curtain back over again.
But now the Congregational and the Baptist Church are united in Danbury, so now it's the United Church in Danbury.
Huh. Wow.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 2 denominations that come together in quite a few communities.
Yeah.
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 Now they've taken the pews out of the Baptist church and put them down in the Congregational church
Huh.
because they were better seat.
Huh. So they're really merged now.
But
Yeah.
The Baptist church is now the community center?
Yeah, now it's.
They turned it into a
Oh,
community
okay.
center.
Huh.
Is that the town you were raised in? Yeah. And did you come to Concord for your job?
No, I came to Concord, go to school
Okay.
at Concord Commercial College.
Oh. Oh, where was that located?
You know where the Puritan restaurant was?
Used to be.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Oh, upstairs.
Oh, wow. On Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You probably knew Puritan Restaurant was near where Gondwana is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, around in there
In
somewhere.
that area, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a good spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
And so then you stayed and got your job here after after college.
And I did,
Yeah.
for part of my tuition, I did janitor work at the school.
Oh. Oh.
Of course, I didn't get into class until late because I had to come on a morning train.
Right. Wow.
And then
Wow.
if I left to go home in the afternoon, I either had to get out early and go on the bus,
Mm.
or after I got the janitor job, I could go down to the depot
Oh.
and go on the train going back to White River.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he also took the B&M bus up to school, high school,
Yeah, Boston, Maine.
Boston Main bus to high school.
Oh.
Wow.
They stopped out in front of the house and.
Huh. Wasn't a school bus, it was a B&M bus.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right.
And
Wow.
of course, you had to pay for your
Yeah.
transportation.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
But another interesting story, and I used to have to go and work on a neighboring farm on weekends,
Mm-hmm.
so to earn my money to buy my bus ticket to go to high school.
Wow.
Wow.
And the lady I worked for was a farmer. We could look from our farm over on the next hill and see that. And first I was going to go to Plymouth State to be a teacher.
Hmm.
And she was going to back me,
Wow.
but had a very tragic accident. Because they had a farm, and one night she was getting ready for grange, and I don't know if she was thinking she was drinking tea or what, but she drank this liquid, and there was something that you put on a horse,
Oh, wow.
and of course she died.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That is a, wow.
So that
Wow.
was it. Then,
Mm.
so 3 days before I was supposed to go there,
Whoa.
I got on the train and came to Concord and enrolled in Concord Commercial.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
So your life changed literally in an instant. Yeah. From what it was going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Wow.
And then of course I had to sell my animals
Mm.
to help pay my college tuition.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing how just within your lifetime, how much things have changed about so many things, including about education,
Yeah.
high school and college, and you know what it took to do that. Yeah.
So I'd worked a year for the State Highway Department
Hmm.
after I got out of school,
Oh.
high school. And then my sister's next to me in age, she graduated, so she got a job, and so she helped put me through,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
we got an apartment together
Oh.
in Concord.
Huh.
And I finished school, and then when my other sister, next sister, came along, she's 4 years younger,
Hmm.
so she had it made because I was working and my other sister
This
was
was
working.
yeah.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
but we worked each other through school.
Wow.
I don't think kids do that much.
No, that's
No,
a wonderful,
geez.
that's a wonderful story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were working at the time that you and Rodney met in
Yes,
Concord,
I
right?
was working over at Spring Electric. I was
Oh.
a secretary over there.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Is that where you went after you got out of school?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Huh. Did you continue to work there after you guys got married for
After
a
we
while?
got married, but when the first one came
Yeah,
along,
yeah.
I stopped working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Hmm.
And so I was home with
So
them.
she was lucky she could stay at home mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was home with them.
And you probably know. See the picture over the microwave?
Oh yes.
That's the house we lived in.
Oh wow.
In Concord, yeah.
Where was it?
On
About 2 miles down the road.
Dover Road?
Oh, Dover
It's
Road.
on
Oh
Route 4,
yeah.
I
You
guess
know where
you'd never
Cole
been there.
Gardens is?
Sure.
The road right across there, you turn up there, and we were the second house on the
I'll
left.
be darned. That's a part of Concord that a lot of people have never even been to.
Yeah.
It's sort
Well,
of.
because
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
got cut off from the
Exactly.
highway.
When we bought our house, Mr. Cameron was a man we dealt with through Concord Savings.
Huh.
Said, you know, that's an area of the city that's not really being developed very fast.
Mm.
Wish they could see it today.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's
Yeah.
like all these roads, highways
Yeah.
going this way and that.
Yeah.
There was one traffic light between us and downtown.
Wow.
There's at least 13 now.
When 393 went through,
Yeah.
they took 6 acres of our land.
Wow. Wow. In the back of your house there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we still had the house. So.
Yeah.
And
It's a general area where Bill and Sandy Mativier lived for a while there.
Yeah,
Another,
We lived up off of Josiah,
yeah, another
it's
to
general
the
area. yes.
north kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Unwelcome
Yeah.
guys.
so there was one traffic light between Main Street and where we lived in that house. now I think there were 11.
Oh,
Yeah. Probably at least.
At least. Wow.
Of course, then when we got cut off, that was all right.
Hmm.
But it was, because it was a busy road, Route 4,
Mm,
and to get out of the driveway and turn left,
mm.
you know, it took a while sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially in the morning.
In the
when
morning
people
at
were going to work and
Rush
everything.
hour.
So in a way, it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. You were there for a long time?
40 years.
Wow.
42 years.
42 years,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The people, that
Well,
we
we
bought it
paid-
from the people that built it itself, so we were the only second people that owned
Owned
that
it.
place. And they also had built a house in Concord, just almost the same,
17.5.
yeah. So the house out there is still there too.
17.5.
Yeah. How about
Wow.
that, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
That won't buy, well,
Oh,
that would buy you a baseline car nowadays.
Right.
Wow.
I remember my folks built their house in the 40s, a little cape for $6,000, and then about, I don't know, maybe 8 years later they put on a little addition for $7,500. So that's how
Wow.
fast inflation was already
Yeah,
starting to
right.
go.
Jeez.
Yeah, it just took off, and during the 50s and 60s it went up a lot. Yeah.
And then the other what was the other thing that was different?
I don't know.
Oh, when the road was going through, the bank insisted that we finish paying off our mortgage
Yeah, we had to pay off our mortgage.
from the proceeds we got from the sale of the land.
Really?
Jeez.
Wow.
Well, that's interesting.
Huh, that is interesting.
Huh.
Did you have it with the bank where you worked? Is that where your mortgage was?
No, it was through Concord Savings.
Concord Savings. And you worked for Concord National, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Was it still Concord National that you retired from? before it got merged? No.
Well, it's the same bank. all
Same
the way
bank, but-
through, but it's
yeah.
different, several different names.
Yes.
Companies.
Yeah.
But it's Citizens.
Citizens now, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But I really retired from the Bank of Ireland.
Because they own the whole shooting match,
Yeah.
right?
oh,
They came in and bought all the.
Right. Huh.
hmm,
Yeah,
interesting.
And,
interesting.
yeah, and had a little bit of stock. And the Bank of Ireland took over.
Mm.
We had to turn that all in.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I was with a friend last night that was saying he likes to use local businesses when he can, and he kept trying to have a local bank and had to keep switching as they all get bought out. So now he was saying, you know, he hopes that if he goes to the Merrimack County Savings, that maybe that'll stay a local bank. I said, well, I hope too. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my daughter works.
Yeah, it's our bank.
Stacy
Yeah,
does.
it's a nice
Oh, okay.
bank.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. She's been there a long time.
yeah, she's been there quite a while.
Yeah, yeah. She's still in the North State Street
No, she's
branch.
on the main office. now,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I don't go.
She's upstairs. Right now.
Oh, okay. I don't go
Whether
into.
that's a promotion or not, but she can promote it upstairs.
There you go.
That's great.
Wow.
Once I retired, I used to go in every week, you know, on Friday afternoon to make deposits for the week. And I knew everybody, and now I don't go in anymore.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, you guys have seen tremendous changes in Concord and
Oh, yeah.
in the church, both.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I noticed this on one of the pictures of the fire of the church.
Mm.
That was the day I was born. That's when the fire happened.
Oh, wow.
Really, yeah.
Of
Jeez.
course, she was in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
in Massachusetts.
exactly.
But still, yeah.
And of course they had the fire in the Elliott Church.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's right. Because the architect of the original Elliott Church was the same architect of First Baptist in Concord.
Oh, really?
They looked very similar. Yeah.
It was a-
This sort of darker brown and stone.
yeah, stone
yellow
church.
stone.
It's a beautiful church.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've got pictures of it still in Elliott Church. But yeah, now it's classic Congregational
Yeah,
style.
Country
Yeah.
style, yeah.
Yeah. White
White
paint
clapboards.
all over and yeah, clear glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
can remember they had, when they had the camps in the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
I read somewhere we used to go up to Winnipesaukee. I
Oh.
don't remember what the name of the camp was.
Huh.
I can remember going up there in the summertime for the camp.
The camp.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was in Geneva Point.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could
Oh,
be.
maybe.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
could be. Yeah.
'Cause that has a history of being a,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
you know,
I remember
a
doing it when I
congregationalist
was
camp.
little.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Neat. Wow.
Now, you said you were involved in the Sunday school in church. You know, I mean, you were the treasurer.
I was the treasurer of the Sunday school when I was, I guess, a part-time teacher. Well, I guess I was a regular teacher. And then of course, I get into the nursery there after a while. And when
That's right.
little Kent came along, he was in the nursery. And
When I was going to say Ed Riley,
Yes.
he was superintendent of Sunday school
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for years,
Yes.
and I was his assistant.
Okay.
you were-
Oh.
So you were in the Sunday school program too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we had 150 kids.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Not
Yeah.
And the other one came along, Pam Spain's father.
Oh,
Oh, I can't remember what his name is.
yeah.
He was superintendent for a while.
Yeah. When I got there in the late 70s, it was Ed LaFrance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Katie, Stu Katie.
Yeah,
Okay.
Katie, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
there for a while, too.
yeah.
But Ed was good with the kids.
I'll bet he was. I just knew him in his later years, but he was such a sweet man. Yeah. Yeah, and you also did other things, I know, too, in the church. Both of you. I know you were involved with the investments for
Yeah,
a
you-
long
yeah.
time. Richard probably got you into that originally.
Richard and Carolyn.
And Carolyn. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When Richard was so sick that year,
Mm.
I got involved about a month before he died.
Oh, wow.
That's all.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've always regretted
Wow.
that, I didn't have more time.
Yeah,
To learn.
it's a big deal. Yeah.
Because Richard did everything by hand.
He did, I
Mm.
know, I
Yeah.
know.
We had to,
Talk about time consuming,
Yeah,
goodness
I know.
gracious.
Mm.
But that was his life.
It
Mhm.
was his life, I know.
And he could tell you where every penny
Yeah.
that he earned went,
Wow.
because he kept a ledger.
Oh,
This, that.
Yeah,
wow.
And every night
Yeah.
he would count his cash.
yeah. There
Wow.
was also a woman whose name I'm not remembering, that he was sort of the
oh, yes.
financial guardian or
This
caretaker
lady
or
up
something.
in Maine, yes.
Yeah, the lady in Maine, he would
What was her
drive,
name, do you remember? The lady up in Maine that Richard went.
he'd drive over once a month. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Faith Selloway.
Faith Selloway, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The daughter of the founder of the law firm, I think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And
He was so faithful with that too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
right up until the end, because his sister June, at the final trips he made to Maine, she drove him.
Really,
there.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm. Wonderful. Wonderful. I feel so blessed to have been in the church through the years of, so many wonderful people who were so committed, people like the Edmonds and you all, and the Ordways, and
Oh, yes.
and the Swensons, and Neil and Betty Andrew. I mean, there's so many folk.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Betty's up.
Yes.
She's in, yeah.
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 I guess she's quite confused.
Yeah.
She came when the new piano was dedicated a
Yes,
few weeks ago,
because that was
her granddaughter
her
was playing.
granddaughter,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. She's a
She
sweetheart.
talks to me, but I don't think she remembers who I am.
That's okay.
Yeah.
She's so
She's
funny
still Betty.
anyway. She's
Yeah.
still Betty.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. She'll
Yeah.
talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's got these remarks that you can sit there and laugh.
She makes the great jokes.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
When I was the chaplain here in the 70s, she was the head of the food service.
Oh, really?
And she would make the staff meetings bearable, because she would always, have something funny to say in the middle of these really unbelievably dry,
Yeah.
sessions. She
Yeah.
just could only take it for so long, and then she'd come out with something.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
That sounds like her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And now you have at church you have your daughter-in-law
Yeah.
who's kind of active, and
She's
so
got back into it again.
oh my goodness, she's wonderful.
And her mother's in the hospital right now.
No, she's home right now.
Is
Oh,
she?
she's home?
She's back home again.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Well, we didn't hear from her for all week, and I was going to call her.
Hmm.
I knew something must be up, but
No.
I really had been in the hospital. so-
Because I figured she was going to come and get us, because she brings us to church
Right,
every Sunday.
right.
We didn't hear from her, and
Oh.
so we got ready, and we sat here and waited, and
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh.
that's all right. We've taken the bus, once, a couple times to church.
Uh-huh. Does that work out pretty
It
well?
works out pretty good.
Yeah.
they pick you up. You quite often have to get up and go out
You know, we have to get up here.
and just
now.
sing the last song.
Yeah, to get to be ready when the bus
But now
arrives.
this other lady that's been coming from Heritage Heights.
Mm-hmm.
The last time she said the bus was picking her up about 10 past 11.
Oh,
So whether they've changed or
Oh,
changed
the
their route or
schedule.
what, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember what her name is.
yeah, the bus was there this past week. It was after 11.
Yeah.
It was maybe 10 after.
She was like
yeah.
a nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My mother used to ride on that bus at one time too.
Huh.
That's when she'd gotten back on the bus after the service, and before she got sat down, the bus driver took off.
Wow.
And because he saw somebody that should have been on the bus was walking down the sidewalk. So, and she fell,
Oh.
and she got a broken hip. Whatever.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
I've forgotten that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
gosh.
she had quite a time with that because
Mm.
they didn't completely replace it. She had a problem,
Mm.
so she had to have it replaced altogether.
Wow.
But,
Did she
Yeah.
recuperate in a healthcare facility here?
yes, she
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was up to Dartmouth when she had it done the second
Mm.
time.
Mm.
Gosh sakes.
Yeah.
Sweet lady.
Mm.
Yeah. So many good people. Yeah. Well, we're just delighted that you guys are still able to be involved as you are. Just it's really
Yeah.
so great when we see you coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With a walker.
Of course, now I have to spend more money here.
Yes.
Which we totally understand.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
So I had
It's true.
pledged this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, your presence is wonderful. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's the only church that I've been in, really been here in Concord. I've been to other churches, but you know, the
Right.
one I've really belonged to. So
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Were you still a child when your family moved here?
I think I was about 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. We moved to Salisbury,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then I went to high school in Franklin.
In Franklin, yeah, Franklin High School.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I got out, my senior year, my father was transferred to Keene.
Oh.
So then after we moved there, and I went out to California for college.
Wow.
Oh.
I lived with my aunt and uncle,
Hmm.
went to a community college there, and no tuition.
Yeah.
All I had
Wow.
to pay for was my books.
Wow.
Wow.
And it was a 2-year course. And then when I came back, they were living in Concord.
Huh.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
What town in California was the college in?
Well, it was in Santa Barbara.
Uh-huh.
They lived in Montecito.
Mm.
Hmm.
They lived on a college of a campus of a school, girls' school.
Okay.
It
Hmm.
was quite an elite girls' school. It's where all the daughters of all the big movie stars went to.
Mm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Jeez.
Wow.
And she kept exchanging Christmas cards with one of the classmates.
One of my classmates.
Right until the last 2 or 3 years, we haven't heard from them.
Mm.
She
Aw.
was
Yeah.
of Norwegian descent, which I am,
Mm.
and so we got kind of
Hmm.
got along together, and we used to exchange Christmas cards with her.
One year, I had the opportunity to take 4 weeks vacation altogether
Wow. Wow.
from the bank.
Back then, that was something.
Mm-hmm.
And so with her folks,
And
and
just 2 of us, just Diane and Ken.
yeah, we had 2 kids then. We rented a pop-up trailer in the
No.
back
Camper.
Yeah.
and went across country.
Oh.
We attended a wedding and
Oh, my cousin was getting married in North Dakota,
Oh.
right?
Hmm.
So we went up into Canada. I came back then through down Minnesota.
Right. It's a good way to go.
And then went back up into Canada again.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the way over to the West
to
Coast.
Banff and Lake
Oh,
Louise.
you saw Banff and Lake Louise. Isn't
Yeah.
that something?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
amazing.
my father-in-law insisted that I had to see where she went to college, so
In Montecito, or in
we
Santa
went
Barbara.
down the West Coast,
Yeah.
Wow.
and then when we were coming back on the 4th of July, we had 2 flat tires
Oh.
on a trailer
Oh.
within an hour of each other.
Oh.
Jeez.
That's all we had. That's the only bad times we had.
It was just outside Oklahoma City,
Oh.
and they say everything shuts up.
4th of July is a holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday, yeah.
What did you
We
do?
sat beside the road for 8 hours.
Oh.
Then
Wow.
we finally got somebody to
With 2 little kids.
Yeah.
Mm. I bet you the kids talked about that for a long time.
My father was going to take Kent, take him fishing when we got to the campground. We
Mm.
never got there.
Oh.
But we've had a chance to take a good many trips.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
I
did.
have photo albums and I have slides
Mm.
and everything.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
My folks took Diane and Kent one year camping. They belonged to a camping group,
Uh-huh.
and they had their annual meeting. I don't remember where it
Well, it was
was.
somewhere in the Midwest.
Somewhere in the Midwest, and they took them. And then they ended up in Florida,
Hmm.
because my father had a place in Florida.
Okay.
And then we flew down with little Stacy.
Oh.
We spent 3 weeks in Florida.
Wow.
Never again.
We're a fan, huh, Rodney?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Florida myself.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's what everybody says. Well, are you going to Florida for the winter? I said, no.
No.
Yeah.
I just, of course, we didn't have to shovel snow after a while anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Just watch them do it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably got about 5 minutes before we
Okay.
need to. Yeah.
Oh, we could need to. All right. On
Depart.
our little.
Yes. Well, that too, but I'm also time wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be complete if I didn't at least say how, what a wonderful, amazing person and what a blessing it was to know your son. And, you know, I know that's a kind of loss that never goes away, but he was wonderful. And every time I see his sons, I just, you know, it's such a joy to think of him. Yeah, yeah. Wonderful guy.
He was a good boy.
He was a good guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
But at least he was only 6 weeks. So.
Yeah, so quick. I know. Just so quick. Well, you guys have continued to be such people of faith, you know, even through that. It's amazing. But
She did such a good job with those kids bringing them up.
she sure has. She sure has. And they love her and she loves them and
Yeah.
they still spend time together and
Yes.
it's pretty amazing.
A few weeks ago, I said to Diane, I said, I'd like maybe to see Ken again. So when he had a weekend off,
Right.
she took us and he came to West Lebanon
Mm.
and we had
I met
lunch.
you. Great.
Good.
Nice dinner up there. so-
Great.
Nice.
Great. He's a good boy. He and Tyler were friends in church
Yeah.
growing up.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
this.
both.
It's been wonderful. And